Hello everybody, my name is Indiana, and it's almost bedtime, and we are doing the podcast with the two boys, Daddy and Joe.
Welcome to the You're seeing guys. It's Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 177 of the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. Oh, of course, I'm Greg. Joined as always by
Joseph.
Just flat out Joseph today.
That's it. No.
I always like Joe.
No
I always like
questioning.
Jovial Jackson. That sticks with me.
Jovial.
I always on the podcast. I always call you Jackson of Jacksonville. Not something I don't ever say it in person, do I?
No, never.
Do I ever say that when I see you out and about? It's only on the podcast.
Yeah.
Jackson of Jackson.
I
And I
don't
thought I'd only
think
started
you
saying
even-
it during like Skype recording as well.
When we see each other in person, I'm pretty sure you don't even call me by name. We're just based on we're just basing it on eyesight that you're talking to me.
Oh yeah.
Just like
I shake your hand and I'm like visual confirmed.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll usually shake hands and you'll usually say fair morn, even though it's like 7 in the evening.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh,
A classic. You can't beat the classics, Greg.
I like a classic. I'm gentlemanly. Fair morn.
Fair morn.
Let me lay the hanky chief over the puddle for you to step over.
Oh, how are you, Greg?
My old boss at Natterjacks, Andy, used to say that. He used to say that I was like, he used to call me Trendy Dad a lot, but he also was like, no, I wasn't
Trendy
Dad. I was like 20 or whatever, 21. But he used to go on about him and Pete used to say it as well. How I was like a 1920s gentleman, like just like trying to act cool and street, like.
Like you've time travelled back. Or you've
Actually, it might have been Pete that
you've
just
time
used to say
travelled
that.
to the future and you're trying to blend in.
I'm sure Pete will confirm with that. He'll message me being like, no, I used to call you a 1950s guy. Or he'll message me being like, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shout outs, Pete. Yeah, how are you, sir? What's going on, Joe? Tell me. What is going on?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, just a lot of work, a lot of tired, leaving no time for me to...
A lot of tired, like you've got it.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a few more tired today.
I've got a tired in me. A lot of work, a lot of tired, leaving me with no time to have any kind of fun activities whatsoever. So, it's... but I'm all
well,
good.
here we are.
And here we are indeed.
Here's your fun activity right now.
This is Greg. In all honesty, this is all I'm living for in life. You know, because I have this what do you call it? A responsibility. There you go.
Yes.
I
Responsibilities.
therefore
Yes.
have to remain alive. So yes, thank you for keeping me
Yes.
alive.
Yeah. Good. Well, you're welcome. Like, there's all many reasons to be alive. Podcast is definitely one of them, and life in general.
Indeed.
How are
you? Sorry.
You've been working. Yeah, I'm fine. So you've just been working, basically.
Yeah, a lot of working.
Just been working.
Yeah, a lot of working. Tired.
I saw you obviously at Ed's the other night for a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. That was good. We should do that again sometime.
That was good.
We should do
Yes,
that.
we should, yes.
do that the Friday before the Easter weekend. Unless your health status changes.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think since we last spoke on the since we last did an episode, I was obviously saying how I was off to that convention, the Echo Base Live in Redditch, up by Birmingham. Me and Johnny went. We went Friday, Saturday. It was actually really good. It was awesome. Like, it was weird to be back selling again, on my feet all day selling. It's been a long time since I've done that.
Oh, poor
know?
fucking you!
But it's but it was good to be selling stuff you cared about, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you're flogging your own product.
Mate,
I'm not like convincing someone
Nah.
that this cardigan's going to be a good idea.
You're not selling shit because you've got a target to hit. You're doing it because you fucking love it, and you're gonna put all your effort
I mean, technically there is there is a target to hit. Technically, if I don't, if we don't make money, we don't get paid.
No, yeah,
so there's still pressure. Oh yeah, there's
like,
probably
you
more
haven't
pressure
got,
than before. At least I
like,
knew I was going to get paid.
Yeah, you haven't got like an area
Not that I
manager
haven't
that you're
been
having
paid,
to
but,
like
you know.
fucking call up and shit. But yeah, it's
No,
man,
I just have to
it
be my
sounded
own
like,
area manager.
It sounded like
It was
quite
busy.
a good
It was
experience.
good. It was quite surreal because, like, I was a bit anxious because, you know, with the books, you know, taking longer than originally planned, but only because we've made it so much bigger and better.
Sure.
To the point where we've actually kind of shortchanged ourselves in what we originally sold it for.
Yeah.
So we brought the proof
Jesus,
copy
really?
with us. Yeah, we had
Wow,
that's
man.
why people wanted to see it. We've been advertising that we were going to be there. We were selling posters. We had, which is technically my first book, I guess. I've got these mini guides here. Here's one for the Joe.
Oh yeah,
to
look
see.
at that.
But that's not really like the big book. That's more like a niche little, just about card backs. But we had our first books, and we were signing them, which is awesome. So we were selling the. So it's weird that I technically now do have a book that's going to be out soon.
Greg,
we were
how
selling
many,
some at the convention.
How many pairs of tits did you sign at the convention?
They're all men's. But there was like a surreal moment where people were coming over, and some people didn't know about the book at all and were like blown away. What's all this about then? Whereas other people had just seen us on one of those live streams we did the week before, who were like, I only found out about this last week.
They see like Star Wars and they're just like, oh, I'm interested. Like,
oh. Yeah, I mean, and then the other people were like, "Oh, I've backed it. I've been waiting. I've just come." Some people didn't want to see; they want to wait till they get their copy. Other people were really interested, but it was just surreal. People coming up and knowing you, like, hello, Greg, shaking your hand, and you're like, "Have I met you? Have I? Have we spoken on Twitter?" Some people are like, "Oh, you replied to my email 4 months ago," and I'm like, "Oh, awesome! Yeah, of course." Like,
you could be one of 1,000 people.
Yeah, it was a very surreal thing that people knowing you. And like, as we arrived, you could hear, as we were setting up and as we were in the morning kind of running around trying to find somewhere open to get coffee, I heard people out and about just like, oh, that's one of the Red 5 guys. That's one of the guys.
That's mad, isn't it?
Like, and I'm like, oh, Johnny, they know people like looking, but nowhere here. Like, they're excited. And other people coming up to us being like, oh, they're chatting loads about your book over there. Have you seen the book? Have you seen the book?
It's like,
and other people come over and, oh, I saw so-and-so.
It's like a celebrity status
like,
almost. Like, it's like...
And other people would be like, oh, we saw the guy who knows all about, he's the go-to guy for Star Wars figures. We saw him looking at your book. Did he say anything? And we're like, oh, that guy. No, he didn't. Oh, well, we'll watch, loads of us, everyone was like watching his face to see how he reacted to your book. And I was like, were they? Like,
fuck, man.
He's like, I'm going to go ask him. Other people were like, oh, can I get a picture of you with the book? Can I get a picture of Gianni with the book? Can I get a picture of Greg and Gianni with the book? Can I get a picture of you guys? Like, okay, and then can I get a picture of you, Gianni, the book, and my 12-year-old daughter? Does she want a picture of us? And she's like, yeah. Oh, okay. Like, and just that, and signing stuff, and it was also nice because we've had a Dean Edwards, I know he's a TV chef, Master Chef winner. And he's like, I think he's on Lorraine Kelly all the time. He's like their chef. He's been a big support of us since day one. So he was there. So it was nice to finally meet him as well. Like, yeah. Like, to finally, he came along to say hello. And it's quite a surreal game because people were stopping him for photos and autographs.
Yes.
And then he's going, oh, and he's like, yeah. And then coming to us being like, oh my God, guys, I can't believe I'm meeting you. Like, that's all that all combined was nuts. It was a really surreal day, and just go, and there was a hog, I keep calling it a hog roast, beef eater, was on site of our Premier Inn hotel. Right. And we went there like, you say, we went there. That's the first
unheard of. For me, as a southerner, that is fucking unheard of, mate.
They've all got beef eaters, haven't they? There's one round the corner for me, beef eater next to a Premier Inn.
Is there? Mate,
next to Cheshire Adventures. By Cheshire Adventures.
I have not seen a beef eater
around the corner from me.
Mate, I haven't seen a beef eater in fucking time.
I mean, I think you only really see them with Premier Inn hotels now.
Well, that's something to look out for. There's a Premier Inn in Sunbury Cross, and there's not a beef eater next to it.
There's not in Kingston either, is there? I think it's more like the standalone ones out of main cities. Anyway,
Fuck.
We went to the Beefeater the first night. Had a low key night with some of the more closer friends that we've made over Twitter over the last year or so through the book, and it was nice to meet them. The second night was a night where we'll have like a quiet beer afterwards, but just ended up a massive group of us, all people that like backed the book that just came over to say hello, and it turned into a really really like good drunken night.
Yeah.
I'm sure I sent you a few drunken videos that night.
You didn't. Yeah, there was definitely some responses. Oh no, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah. But
Yeah, because there was one.
I gotta say,
you sent one video through and you started it, and then you just went, "How fucking big is my cap?"
oh yeah, it did. My hat looked really
The
big.
peak on your cap looked like it looked like one of those.
It looked like I was wearing like a chef's
It
hat.
looked like a joke cap, like from a fucking
looked like-
cartoon, and it should have like a pair of like clapping
Yeah.
hands on the front.
Yeah, it looked. Yeah, I think it's like the camera so close to my face. But I must say, so I ate at Beefeater 2 nights running, and I must say, it was pretty shit. I know I'm not just like that. That's my only takeaway from that weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously, the convention was amazing, and meeting everyone was awesome, and it was a good positive boost that I think me and Johnny both needed.
Yeah.
But the actual food in Beef, I don't think I finished either of my meals, like because they were just so fucking horrible. Like I remember the first night, I ordered it was like chicken breast covered in bacon, like oozing in barbecue sauce
Yeah.
and fries. I was
Oh,
like,
like,
fuck yeah.
what is it,
Literally, there
Hunter's-
was no barbecue sauce.
Hunter's chicken.
Yeah, Hunter's chicken. Came out, it was like the driest bit of chicken,
Yep.
one crusty bit of bacon, no barbecue sauce, and just like dead chips. Like they were just like
Dead chips.
little sticks. It was so shit, man. I was so like annoyed by the food. Breakfast wasn't too bad, but you can't really fuck up a breakfast buffet, can you? If
You
you're
can't.
fucking up a breakfast buffet, you've got no business serving food.
You got
full
nothing at all, mate. Nah.
But yeah, I was a bit let down by Beefy. I was excited when I saw it. I was like, "Oh yes, fucking Beefy!"
It's
That's
like
been some
nostalgic,
years.
isn't it?
Jesus
Like-
Christ! Like, and it
It's
was
like
nice,
Harvester.
didn't there? The staff were amazing. Like, because
When
they.
was the like? It's
Well,
up
yeah,
there
I mean,
with
last
like.
time I had a Harvester was many years ago.
I was gonna say it's up there with like Harvester and TGI Fridays. It's just one of those like staples that you don't see often these days. Like,
Yeah, last time I went to a Harvester was in Brighton when I went for Trevor's Stag. So that's like 7-8 years ago or something.
the last, I think.
And it was abysmal. It was
Yeah.
absolutely. I remember there was shit all over the floor, not literal shit, like food. But I remember it just be. I remember one of the guys in the Stag was a copper. I remember he literally was like, "I feel like I should be doing my job at the moment because this place is a fucking joke." Like,
I can't tell you the last time I've been to a Harvester, but I think the last time I was in a TGI Fridays was in New York, and it was the nearest place that we could find that could sell alcohol after visiting the 9/11 memorial, because we were just like, I need
You
a
need it.
fucking drink, mate, because it was bleak,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Like all the I
bet.
definitely mentioned it before, but like there was so like they have the two fountains of the Twin Tower Memorial, and they've got all the names of people that passed away on the day, and then every now and
Yeah.
again you'll see like an American flag or like a flower, and then we overheard like someone from the tourist like a tourist team just be like, oh yeah, that usually means that it's someone's anniversary or birthday or something like that, and it's just like,
Oh wow.
oh
Sad.
God, I need a drink.
Yeah.
That was that was the last time I was in a TGI Friday, so we just got like banging back cocktails whilst like there was like a high school like group in there just like having lunch, I guess. Like it was a weird experience, but yeah, this, as I said,
Yeah.
that Beefeater Harvester, it's that sort of like 90s chain
Yeah.
that you just don't see anymore.
Yeah, it should probably stay in the 90s as well. Like, I mean, maybe in the 90s that was top tier food, but fucking
Yeah, our tastes.
I know I sound like a bit of a Ponce saying that, but it was literally, it was really fucking bad. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. Like I really was like, this is like, look, I didn't finish either meal, and that's not. I won't. I don't just not finish meals.
No, not at all. No.
Like,
100%.
but I was like, nah, done. But and also I drank easily like 13-14 pints of beer that night, and I wasn't that bad.
Which, Greg, I've never
So-
seen you do that. I've never in
No,
ever.
because everyone was doing it, and it was just, at one point I had like 6 pints in front of me. I had to stop people buying me beers.
kind-
Everyone was just constantly putting beers in front of me.
What beers? What beers was it?
I started with a couple of brew dogs, and then I
Okay.
moved to like a Moriarty,
yeah.
Italian like beer. Only because that's what Johnny was drinking. It was easier, just like, oh yeah, get those. Like, in fact, we all were drinking the same beer, so it made rounds way easier.
Easy.
But then some guy got over OTT and got a bunch of Jaeger shots in, Jaeger bombs. When I hit that,
I can't.
Then I felt it's like it kick-started all the other I swear pretty watered down beers I drunk. But when I shot that Jaeger, it's like it activated.
Mate,
all the
that's
other
it, mate. You can't fucking dilute Jägermeister.
No, that's it. No, I mean it was Mick. It was a Jaeger bomb, so I just poured it straight into the thing and did it that way.
Mate, I
yeah,
could not tell
was
you
a
the
good
last.
night,
I
and,
could not tell you the last time that I've done Jägermeister or had Jägermeister.
No, nor could I. It would have been at the Cox, and it would have been way before COVID. I think I last did it.
No, I think
I've not done Jaeger for a long time.
I think if it wasn't, I think it was when we had like the reunion drinks with Karina and Matt and Chris and Bullen and we all went off to the Flying Cocks after.
Okay.
I feel like Carrie might have bought some Jaeger bombs, or if not, it was tequila. But either way, it was a bad fucking decision considering.
Oh,
how
tequila!
much
I might have done.
Love a tequila. Tequila all day, mate.
Something else like. What also was quite a nice surprise was that I had quite smooth drives to and from Johnny, because I drove to Johnny's and he drove us up there and then he drove us back to his, and then the day there had been an accident. It took us like 3+ hours, but coming back we did it in like 2 hours 10 back to his, so it was good. Then I stayed at his for a little bit, sorted some stuff out, then I drove home, and I've realised something. Now when I drive on the motorway on my own, I turn into this like parody chav person. I'm very loud. But I'm not like I don't shout at other cars. Like no, I'm not shouting at people. I am shouting, but like at myself in the car. And if it's hard to so I'm driving down the road, and if I shout "bruv" a lot. That's for fucking sure. If I see a car moving in front or going in front of another car and hasn't indicated there could be a potential thing, I'm always like "bruv, bruv, 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 whoa, bruv, bruv," like all the time. And then when you get to like when you're on the motorway and like people join the motorway, I hate that bit because it's like, oh fucking hell, a lot of time you've got to move over, get out there, let them all on, then move back. Or there's amazing moments where you just all merge perfectly in unison until they join the line. You have to move, you all line up perfectly, and I was out loud going, "That's it, come on in, water's lovely, get in the stream, here we go." And then I was like, what the fuck, am I literally saying these things? Like
water's lovely.
Like,
Water's lovely.
Actually, I just wonder if anyone else does that. That's literally, I've just discovered now how I drive on the motorway on my own. I talk like that, very loud to myself.
You sound
I don't
like...
know if it's a calming mechanism or
Mate,
something.
you sound like a greengrocer.
Jeez,
I saw that.
Sorry,
saw every...
Just I moved my leg and got the wire caught, and like my mic fell on me. Right.
You sound.
Sorry,
it sounds like you're
fun.
a green.
As the nipple,
you're,
as the mic crashed into my nipple.
You sound like a greengrocer in the car. You're just like, come on, step right up. Or like
I do.
Like a old school.
I am like that. I am.
Or like an old school like fairground like announcer. Step right up, step right up.
And I'll be like, I am proper just like, here we go, round we go, once out this exit, boom, here we go, in the line, coming up, yes. I'm like that, narrating myself.
Let's get on the Dodgers.
It works, like, obviously keeps me calm. But yeah, so I've been at, when I went to this convention, I was like, kind of I kind of gave in to the fact that I was probably going to come back with COVID, because I was like,
yeah,
I'm not going to hide from people. People are going to want to meet us. And I shook a lot of hands, had a lot of people have their arms around me for photos, which was fine. I didn't want that to be an issue. I didn't want to be the one that was like, oh, actually, do you mind? Like, and it was so busy. It's not like I had sanitizer, but it's not like I even had time to constantly keep grabbing it.
Yeah.
It was just person after person. And no one was wearing a mask, off a couple of people. I wasn't. I was like, embrace the weekend. So I was like, I've probably brought COVID home. And then I got home and I said to Lizzie, I was like, bear in mind, my parents all just got over it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, probably brought COVID home. She panicked a bit. Oh, no, because we only had a couple of tests left.
Right.
So we got some more. And then, so I got back on Saturday. I got back on Sunday. I got back Sunday, the 3rd of April.
Okay.
And then I was testing negative Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday today, and I've tested negative all that time. So I'm like, oh, well, I don't think I caught
best
COVID.
part are like
at
7. It's about
convention.
7 days then, so
which is crazy
for a full week.
Yeah, so it's been a week, and it still could happen, but it's been a week, and I haven't shown any symptoms. I'm not testing positive. I just was like, oh, I'm definitely coming back really sick. During that week, on Thursday, Lizzie tested positive,
That's fucking mad.
but she went to a kids' party over the Saturday I was at the convention. She went to a party with Indiana, like a kids' party, for someone's birthday.
Right.
And even then, I'm like, oh, it seems that was Saturday. It still seemed a long time by Thursday to show, but she could have got it then because we don't know any other time. But yeah, just nuts. So yeah, it's now April the 10th. So Lizzie's still testing positive. I'm still testing negative, and I'm just like, I want to catch. I've been trying to catch it since Thursday. I'm literally like, Lizzie's, I don't want to give it to you, and I'm like, no, I want it because we wanted to see family at the weekend for Easter.
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
like, I just know it's going to happen. She's going to test negative on like Thursday or Friday, or probably before then. Actually, she'll probably test negative, hopefully like Tuesday, Wednesday. And you just know I'm suddenly going to become positive just before Easter.
Like on the Friday.
Wanted to go see family and stuff,
Yeah.
So I've been trying to catch it between then and just nothing. Like, just still negative. I'm still being careful. We're staying indoors again. Like Indiana would have been with my mum and Lizzie's mum for half term. Well, me and Lizzie still work, but obviously we don't want to pass it around, so we're just all in the house again. We're having our own little mini lockdown again.
Nah, man.
Both trying to work while Lizzie's at home, while Indiana's at home. She has been very good, bless her, but
Yeah.
I know it's boring for her.
Of course, man.
We
Like
can't
it's
play with her all day.
yeah, it's a fucking nuisance, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah.
I just can't believe that you haven't fucking caught it. I mean, fuck's sake,
Nor
Lizzie,
can I.
spit in his mouth already.
I
Jesus.
cannot believe she said that. I cannot believe that. Yeah, that I just don't have it yet. I'm sure it will get me at some point, but like it's not. I'm just thinking of me, you, and Ed. This continued time of not having it, and I feel like I'm so close to bringing it into the formation, not giving it
Mate.
to you guys, but one of us having it.
I'm
one of us
starting-
finally having it.
I'm starting to feel like the X-Men, mate. I'm feeling pretty fucking X-Men-y right now.
The Negmen, negative.
I
the
don't know, they're not the Negmen, mate. That's
That does sound a bit
terrible.
weird, doesn't it?
That's a
Sounds
bit too
racist,
close to
doesn't
the
it?
bone. Too close to the bone, mate.
The Negmen.
No, it is mad. It's really, really mad. I mean, I once again had a week of some illness where I don't really know what it was. Maybe it was a stomach bug or anything, but for 48 hours I felt fucking awful and just shitting. So it's that was
interesting.
Yeah.
I did when I got back from the convention. I was shitting loads, almost
mate.
like Malta peak when I was on Malta and shit 40 times in like 5 days. Almost that level of shitting when I got home.
So this is, I mean, by the time this comes out, it would have been a couple of weeks. But a couple of weeks ago, I went to work and I was just sort of like, I got up, I felt all right, and then I got to work. On the way to work, I was just like, I don't know, there's something don't feel great. Like something's a bit, something's a bit
Some
off.
movement down there.
Yeah, something's a bit off. And then like I got to work, and usually I get there about 20 minutes before I'm supposed to start, and like have a cigarette and all like that. And I was getting changed, and I farted, and I was just like, oh no, and ran to the toilet and had a terrible poos. So I did one, and then I was like, oh god, that was terrible. And then like started work and immediately had to go back to the toilet. I counted it 5 times in the first hour of work.
Wow.
And I was like, fucking really bad, like cramp.
Or as I call it, Tuesday.
That's like, I was going to say, quite a standard morning for Greg, that, I think. I then started getting really arable, like stomach cramps, and like I could feel like my things moving in my stomach, when it's bad.
Ooh,
where
like
you
you,
can
like, tapeworm
literally
and shit.
feel, just like the horrible next batch of
the ice
liquid.
cream. Yeah.
Like it was just, I was like,
All right, bring the next load in.
Yeah. It was bad, man. It was pretty horrible. I eventually got like sent home, and I slept and shit for 2 days, and then I was absolutely fine by Sunday. But oh god, it was bad.
Like a dog, it's just like a pig in your own shit in the garden.
Mate, I just like I
Making
can't
your little
believe
cocoon in it, stay warm.
I had to. They let me go home on that day at work, and I sort of went home, and I can't believe. Well, I didn't entirely make it home. I got to my doorstep and then sort of sharted a little bit, and I was just like, oh come on, man, like you're 37, dude, like. couldn't fucking keep it together. But I think it was just like, you know what it's like. You know what it's like when you're like sort of you need a shit and you get like 2 meters within your house and it's just like, I know I'm home.
Worse.
Time to start pooing.
It knows,
It was just that.
It's like the toilets, like it's like the you know, the moon like affects the waves. You know, the toilet's like the moon in that situation.
Absolutely, 100%.
And it knows,
Yeah.
and it's like it's like orchestrating the liquid in your stomach, and you're like, no.
Yeah, no, my toilet definitely was the curator of tides that day. It was definitely.
Can I use your curator of tides, please?
Yeah, it was definitely deciding the tides that day, my friend. Yeah, I did on the way home. I did get some geese droppings, which is probably a good time to segue into such a segment.
Let's go into some geese dropping. We're here snippets of a conversation had by you or us, and we talk about them. Geese dropping, whatever you word.
Geese dropping. Having a listen.
So, I have a couple of geese drops. Some sent in, some. Every time I go to say some and stop, I always want to go into somebody once told me the work every time. I want to go into Smash Mouth.
Fucking TikTok.
Especially on. Oh no, that's it. It's the TikTok. It's the fallovers, isn't it? It's the falling. Somebody when they hit their
That's
head. It is good. I also realised quickly. I know we've gone into geese droppings. This is stupid, but I've seen a lot of on the local Facebook groups. We kind of just talked about it last week. All complaining about getting knockdown gingered a lot.
Oh, really?
Like, not frogs, but a lot of people, loads of people in the area. And then today I saw on like one of these other like apps for like neighbourhood and stuff. Somebody was like, "Oh, someone banged on my door really loudly at 10:30. I saw them on my Ring doorbell, but they dropped their bracelet. They ran off. They dropped their bracelet. If you want it, you need to come back and get it." Like.
Well, I remember,
and loads of people were like, "Oh yeah, it's a TikTok thing. It's a new TikTok thing. The knockdown ginger. It's all on TikTok. That's what they're doing."
I said, I mean, I
And
remember
other people
a
were
few
like,
months
"Oh,
back
well, I used to
when,
play TikTok back in my day. TikTok, knockdown ginger."
I used to play
Sorry.
TikTok. No, I mean, I remember a few months back, I got someone ferociously banged on our front door, and I went out.
Yeah.
And then like heard him down the alleyway and just shouted terrible threats. In all honesty, that I shouldn't be shouting at teenagers, but terrible threats. Like,
Yeah, no one's done it to us, but I have seen people do it down our street. But it's just interesting that that's a new comeback thing.
oh,
now,
you know,
knockdown
I mean,
ginger.
you know, what
anyway,
they,
sorry.
you know what they say. Kids are stupid.
They do say that. Sorry about that. When we brought you into geese dropping, then I had to talk to you about knockdown ginger,
That's all
just
right.
to really fuck with your head. I've got a couple. We've had a few sent in. I've got a couple of voice recordings as well.
I have two from one person from my journey
Joe
home.
has two from one person.
From when I was
So, I'll
trying
tell you
not
what I'll
to
do
shit
first.
myself on the bus.
Because my first geese drop isn't really a geese drop. It's something that happened to me today. If I'd witnessed it, this would have been a geese drop, but it was actually happening to me.
Okay.
I messaged Joe earlier saying I had a weird interaction with some like big chav dad earlier this evening, and I'll tell you what happened. Because I'm still testing negative, I was like, right, I need to quickly get something from the shop. So I ran down to the newsagent, still being careful and shit. But I ran down there, and as I was walking down there, across the road was like this dad with his kids, but he was like a big chav dad, big tonk fucking guy, really tall, really broad, white fucking tracksuit, neck tattoo, all the shit ones that go behind your ear, just really shit tattoos. And he was walking with his kids. You must have been about 3 or 4, like in Jana's age.
Right.
And he was really loud. I'm across the road walking, and they're like crossing the roundabout towards the same shop as me. And he's literally like, "Oh, he's walking like he shit himself," and pointing to me. And I'm like, "Is he talking to me?" I look back over, and he's like, he's walking like he shit himself. And his kids are pissing themselves laughing. He's like, "Have you shit yourself, mate? Because you're walking like you shit yourself." And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand. So I went in the shop. I didn't respond. I just went in the shop. Went to the end, and I was getting some cheese for my burgers. I had to get some bread, so I was getting that, blah, blah, blah. And I heard him at the front of the shop. Walked back, and he was, I don't even know, I didn't see him coming to the back of the shop. It's like he walked to the counter and had everything he needed. He was at the counter with another guy. He had beer in his hand he was buying, and I was right by the beer bit, didn't see him there, but he was there. His kids weren't there. Fuck knows where his kids had gone.
Right.
All of a sudden, he's in the shop, and when I get to the counter, he's mid-argument with another guy in there about what's in kids' processed foods. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't understand what's happening. Like, quite a heated argument that's going on. And I queue up and I can't try and keep my distance. And then he looks back at me and he's like, you need to lighten up, mate. And I'm like, what? He's like, you need to learn how to take a joke. And I'm like, I don't understand the joke. Like, I don't get the joke. Oh, mate, you need to lighten up, mate. I'm just like, okay. Like, I do not understand what's happening. I don't understand any of this. Like, you said that I walked like I shit myself to your kids, and I didn't respond, and now you're telling me that I need to lighten up and take a joke? Like, I don't, and you've just been arguing with this other guy? I don't know if this guy's with you or not. Where are your kids? Like, everything like, just changed. Like, and then he left with this, and he walked out with this other guy, and they were still arguing outside, and you could still hear it was fucking loud. And I turned to the guy at the counter, and I was like, fucking dickheads. And he's like, yeah, that's what I said, dickheads.
See, I think in that
I'm like, I don't even know
situation
what's
where
going
someone's accused me of looking
And
like,
then, when I walk out, this guy's like crossed the road with this other dude who I was arguing with, and they're walking down the street just being so fucking loud, necking beers. And I'm still like, where did those kids go? Like, I don't understand.
right.
I don't understand what's happened. Were they? Was he even with those kids, or were they just crossing the road on their own at the same time he passed and was like, "Look at this guy over here. Looks like he's walking like he shit himself." Like,
I feel like a good.
like, would that have happened if those kids weren't there?
Who knows? I mean, I feel like a good response for someone who accuses you of looking like you shit yourself and then tells you to learn how to take a joke is to then loudly shout in the middle of that shop, "You look like you fuck kids."
No, yes, maybe, but no, what I wish I had said is, oh no, this isn't I shit myself walk, this is I fucked your mum walk.
Yeah.
It would have been...
You know, you're like...
oh, well, I would have fucked it up though, like, this is I fucked your kids walk. No, fuck, shit, no, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, I fucked you. No, not you. Oh my God, what I meant to say was... Like,
Mate, I would have said that. That's a great threat. That's a fantastic threat. There was a guy at work who was calling me a paedophile. I was just like, you won't be laughing when I fuck your kids.
He's like, I won't be laughing.
No, I guess I won't be. No. Tell
when
you
you
what, mate,
fuck my
that
kids.
joke fucking
Yeah, that
stopped
happened
pretty quickly.
today. It was a very weird experience, and I don't really I don't understand any of it. But there you go.
Do
Do I
that's
walk
just
like I shit myself?
that
Let me
is-
know.
That's unfortunately just the entry level of a society member that you've come across there.
It's true. Classic Cheserton.
It's alright.
Go into your geese drops. What you got?
So I had two from the same man. So I was when I obviously got sent home from work for shitting profusely. I had to get. I was very scared to leave work because like work has a toilet. And
Would you make it home?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is like, and it's like I've got to wait for a bus. The bus journey itself is about half an hour.
Yeah.
Like, what if I get stuck in traffic? Like, if I get stuck in traffic, my stomach is immediately going to say, like, well, you need a shit now.
Plastic bag in your trousers.
Oh, don't. Fucking awful.
Bucket in your bag.
Fucking awful. So I was, I got to the bus stop and there was two guys there who were chatting to the bus driver, and then they got on the bus, went towards the back, and were sort of like having a conversation between each other. Now the first, they were just sort of like chatting shit. And one of the guys said to the other, was just like, "What do you have? What do you have in your full English? Like, what do you have in your full English breakfast?" And this guy starts reeling it off, and it was fairly normal. He was just like, "Oh, he had a bit of a, I don't know, I want to do his voice. It wasn't anything wrong with him. He just had a bit of a voice. He was like, well, here's what I have. I had 2 eggs, 2 sausage, 2 bacon, mushrooms," and then he goes, 5 tomatoes. He has 5 cooked tomatoes on his full English breakfast. This is the geese drop. Because it blew my fucking sweet, mate.
I mean, you have chopped tomatoes and tinned tomatoes and stuff.
Yeah,
breakfast.
but
I mean, fancy
5?
breakfast, you might get them on. Yeah, that is nuts.
5's excessive.
I like he's got numbers for everything.
This
He's
is
got it
it.
sorted out.
I was just like, even me, like, clutching.
2 caps of sauce.
Me clutching my stomach 3 rows ahead, like in
Oh,
front of them,
yeah.
still turning around, just being like, "What the fuck?" Like, so that was it. And then that conversation stopped, and the same man. This is my second geese drop from him. The same man just started singing, and the song I don't know what the fucking song was, but he sang this, and he just goes, "I love to make love to Sheila." Bang. It was the bang at the end of it. I don't know who Sheila is,
God.
but it was
Is
just
that maybe that's his missus.
it was just like
or maybe a woman he had sex with once
it
many
was
years
great.
ago.
It was just I love to make love to Sheila. Bang.
Sheila Bang.
The bang, the bang at the end was what tickled me.
Sheila Bang.
So yes, that's
good.
that's
That's
the
really
geese
good.
drops I heard from a journey, a nightmare journey.
Brilliant. I've just realised I have 2 geese drops here. I only got one from the convention, and it wasn't from the convention. It was like outside the Beefeater on the Saturday night. The guy was, I think a guy was trying to order an Uber.
Oh no! What is
heard him on
the? I know it wasn't technically a geese drop, but what about the review of that guy told you he walked up to your stall and his
Oh my god, yeah.
His remarks.
Yeah. So yeah, a guy. Yeah. So I wasn't going to say. Yeah, I forgot about that. A guy in the first like hour of us opening up at the convention came up to look, and he was amazed by the size. Everyone was like amazed by how big this fucking book is. Blew a lot of minds. There were a lot of jokes about big shelves being made. And this
Take
guy
them
came up
shelves,
to
mate.
it, and he was like, and he was like, the only problem with this book is that it's so big. It's going to be really hard to hold it in one hand while wank with the other. No, actually, I think he said masturbate with the other as opposed to wank.
I think that needs
The
to
only
go on the
problem
back
with your
of.
book is that it's so big, it's going to be too hard to hold it. And I said, oh, maybe we should put that on the front.
I was going to say, like, is it
that
too
should be
late?
the review.
Is it too late to get that put
Like,
on the
instead of
back?
like Richard and Judy's bestseller, instead of
Oh,
Richard
God.
and Judy's bestseller, just that picture of that guy's face, just like, this guy says, the only problem is it's so big, it's going to be too hard to hold with one hand and masturbate with the other.
That's so good. I remember you sending that, and mate, I fucking roared with laughter.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. But yeah, then I had this guy outside. This one doesn't seem as fun now, but this guy was outside the Beefeater, obviously trying to get a cab, and he was like, 25 minutes. Are you having a fucking bubble, mate? Like literally like that. Like, he said it really, really patronisingly. Not in a Danny Dyer like, oh, you having a fucking bubble,
Nah.
mate? In a proper 25 minutes. Are you having a fucking bubble, mate? They're really like patronisingly angry.
Yeah.
Said it.
As
And I just don't think it worked. Like, I didn't
Nah.
like hearing it like that.
That sounds like a
I
person.
don't like bubble. I don't like bubble being used angrily.
Nah, you know what I don't like either.
I know
like,
there is like, you having a fucking bubble, mate? Like, I get it. I know it's a turn,
Yeah,
but
it's that slang,
It was
isn't it?
weird.
It's one of my least favourite words for a slang to exist is laugh, because there's that, or people that say you're having a giraffe, aren't you? It's like
Yeah.
fuck off.
yeah.
Say laugh. You unnecessarily used 2-syllable word there just to say laugh. You could have just said laugh.
Now, this next one really did tickle me, but it made me laugh the more I thought about it afterwards. So there might be the case for you listeners. Something to repeat in your head.
Yeah.
I had to go to the post office Wednesday morning, which is only down the road. So I was in the post office. It was really quick. There was one guy ahead of me. That was it. And it's in like a shop that used to be a Martin's newsagents.
Oh mate, old
Now
school.
it's like-
There's only like
Now it's like Gibbs or something. It's still McCall. It's McCall's now. McCall's,
oh yeah, there's
McCall's.
there's one of those
It's
in
that now.
Surbiton High Street, isn't there?
Yeah, it's one of those now. So I think that all the Martins became those. So it's one of those. So it's basically a newsagent with a post office in it. And while I was waiting, there was a woman working at the counter. This other woman walked in. She walked right up to the counter. She went, I've forgotten what I wanted, and just turned around and walked back up. It's the way she said it. She walked in so confident, got her hands on, not even looked round the shop, went straight to the counter.
Dear. I love that.
I've forgotten what I wanted.
Not a
And
clue.
Just turned
Not a
around
clue.
and walked out. It was brilliant. Just walked straight back out again.
Fucking
Like,
didn't
really
even
funny.
didn't even
I
have
lo- I
didn't
loved
even
it.
walk round the shop to try and remind
No.
herself. We're just like there's no
she went
point in
straight
being
to the
here.
counter. Yeah, straight to the counter.
Oh,
It's just
dear.
like, I forgot what I want. No hello, no thing. I forgot what I wanted. Turned around and walked out.
That's
It was good.
fucking
It was
great.
good.
That
I
is
enjoyed
great.
that a lot.
I before we have you got one more? Have you got any more?
I've got I've got a few more keys drops.
Okay,
yeah.
go for it.
Well, I've got 2 more sent in and two recordings.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Not from Sam either.
Oh,
Maron sent one. Where's the night going to end if it starts on situational shots?
it's a great point. Sounds like a Frank. Sounds like
I
a
think
Frank Turner
situational-
lyric.
Situational shots, I think, is a really good term. I like that
Situational
phrase.
shots.
Situational shots.
Maron, let's go out for situational shots. Join us.
Join us for situational shots. It does sound like a show, like it could be the next Hot Ones, right?
Yeah, situational shots. It's just like you don't know what's
Welcome
in it.
to
It's
Situational
not a
Hots.
clear shot glass, so you don't know what's in it, and it could be anything. It could be a shot of baked beans.
You describe us a situation you were in, and we have to make a shot that somehow reflects it.
Although the idea of doing 10 shots makes me feel physically ill.
One situation per episode.
3. I think 3's enough. 3 situations.
One situational shot, please.
I'd like to be
okay.
in- I'd like to
And
be
then
in 3
as they
situations,
pour it, they'll be like, I forgot my wife's birthday yesterday. Shot. Like,
Fucking hell, that's a situation.
Thank you. That was a situation shot. A situational
What a
shot.
situation to
Brilliant.
be in.
What a situation. Thank you. See you later. But that's it. They just get that situational shot just says it like Jaeger.
Yeah.
Well, Jaeger is a situation.
Oh, fucking tell me about it.
It's true. You with Jaeger, you don't know where the situation stops and the shot ends. It's all one.
I really, that's
Fran,
really good.
Fran sent us a fantastic geese drop.
Oh, yes, Fran.
Now, Fran never gives any. Fran was never like, "Hi, here's a geese drop. How you doing?" She literally would just send
She's
the geese
that.
drop.
No, she's all
every now and
business,
then.
mate. She's all business. She's not looking to
Straight
catch
to the
up.
point.
She ain't got time for catch
But
up.
I saw the beginning of this come up, and I was like, and the first line is, "You pissed me off so," and I was like, "Oh fuck, what have I said?"
What have I done?
She's listening to the podcast. What have I done? I've said something in it. I've pissed her. I've upset Fran. Oh, I hope I haven't upset Fran. And then I opened it and I was, oh no, she sent a geese drop, and it's brilliant. It's, you've pissed me off so much, I've had to have a wank. I mean, I assumed that was a geese drop, and she wasn't literally just like,
Let me tell you.
Sending that
Let me
to
tell
me.
you something. When I'm angry, the last thing I'm doing is touching myself because I will rip that off.
you need to get out of this shop right now. I told you, no refunds.
That's what happened.
Hurts now because fucking my wedding ring just cracks against my other hand when I do that.
That's why I don't wank anymore. Oh dear. Nice one,
You,
Fran.
you wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he doing?
Imagine that in the Hulk movie.
Why is he just crying and
that.
wanking?
Imagine that. Imagine if they
I thought he was going to
edited.
do something awesome.
Imagine if they edited the Hulk movie to not include times where he hulked out, and instead every time he did, it was just him masturbating.
Hulk wank. Chris Hemsworth's got like two hands to toss him off. Like, oh,
He's a friend
God.
from work.
I am worthy.
He's a friend from Wank.
He's a friend from Wank Academy.
The Wank Academy. Oh, the Umbrella Academy's taken a weird turn.
What's the Avengers compound they called it, didn't they? Yeah, the Wank compound.
The Wank
Fucking where
compound,
Captain America just trains them up.
You gotta, you walk
in
in.
various wank techniques.
Yeah, there's that shield agent. The shield
You're
agent just
guaranteed-
upon arrival, just like, welcome back, Captain America. Hi, Phil.
Hawkeye can wank from any distance. No one can wank in that tight space. Get Hawkeye in there.
How would
Ant-Man's fucking downsized to fucking
how would
tip
we
his balls.
how would we adapt the snap,
The
the
wank
finger snap?
Vengers.
God
I
damn.
don't know. Big
That's
fucking
fucking
jizz.
great.
Everyone jizzed away.
Everyone
jizzed away
Instead of
for
turning
5
to
years.
ashes, instead of turning to ashes, they just turn
turned
into
to jizz.
a small puddle of
Everyone
jizz.
just exploded into jizz.
Yeah.
Dusty jizz.
Just dusty jizz.
That-
That's a fucking blues singer if I ever heard one.
It just sounds like a name. That I'm Dusty Jizz. And this song is all about turning into jizz. I'm a jizz rider.
It's all about turning into jizz. Well, I love my wife and kids, but one day they turned to jizz, and now I don't feel the same.
Oh, Jizzy family, go away. Sorry, everyone. We got a bit carried away.
Jizzy
there,
family,
I don't
why
even know how
don't you
much
come
that
back to
makes
me?
sense, but-
I can't live this way without you.
Wank jizz. And Thanos has got like his fucking wank gauntlet.
Oh, dear.
Give me my wank gauntlet.
Yeah, fine, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself.
No one's ever wielded so much jizz.
Oh, God.
Once again, everyone, I apologise, especially Mum if you're listening.
Captain Jizz.
Captain Jizz. I feel like we did. Oh no, we did Captain Awkward or something.
Jizz Eye.
We did Jizz Eye. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing the
The
Avengers. names,
Jizz,
right?
the
okay.
Jizz Widow.
Jizz.
The incredible Jizz. And then you've got, annoyingly, you've
Pokey.
got Iron Man and
Arse
Ant-Man,
Pokey
so they're
for
both
Loki.
Jizz Man. Unless you do Iron Jizz and Ant
yeah,
Jizz.
or Iron Jizz and Ant
Yeah, I
Jizz.
feel like that might be the way to do it.
I like Iron Jizz.
Iron Jizz and Ant Jizz.
I like Iron Jizz. It's really good.
I'm
I've
really looking
setting up
forward to listening back to this episode and writing down the lyrics that I made up on the spot for Dusty Jizz.
For a future song, of
That's
course.
gonna be
yes. Dusty Jizz. So Owen sent me some geese drops.
Oh, we're still going to be keys drops.
Yeah, I've got two more. I've got two audio ones that Owen sent.
Okay.
So here we go. He sent me one from. In fact, he gave me no contents. He just sent me this, and he explains. So here we go. Thank you, Owen. Enjoy this first of two geese drops.
So, geese drop. I'm in a charity shop in Claygate, and a lady walks in who is like, when I say posh, like seriously posh. And she's in there with her dad, who's, she's like 50, he's probably in his 80s. She sees him, and he goes, Daddy, look. Daddy, do you like it? No.
I want to know what it was.
Really delivers on that. No, like it fucking cracked me up when I first heard it.
Daddy.
Really just delivers on it.
Daddy,
He
no.
did say before that. He said just before that, the guy was shouting at the staff that they're always so rude and should learn more about Persian culture. So there you go.
All right.
And then
Okay.
he followed it up with, oh, I forgot, one more from the same visit. These were within 5 minutes of each other. So here's the next one. Last one.
Two proper old ladies, they're probably both in their 80s, and one says, not all charity shops are the same. It's really does make a difference who works in them, And then the old lady who actually was working there, who was like well old, was like, well, yes, we're not the same to everyone. We're nice to you, but some people are bitches.
Fuck yeah. That's fucking great.
And I like to think the old deal when she says bitches, she's not just old school term talking about other women that come to the shop.
Nah.
I hope she's talking about everyone of all gender and all age.
Yeah, just absolute
Like,
bitches.
Like,
That's
this 17-year-old
fucking
boy here
great.
is a fucking bitch.
Oh, that was good. Nice one, Owen.
That was really good. Thank you, Owen. I thoroughly enjoyed those.
Before we proceed, I need a piss because I've had 4 Jack and Cokes.
Classic. Joe's had 4 Jack and Cokes.
Back in a tick.
Back in the TikTok. Go on, son. I'll wait here. It's been a while since Joe's had stopped the podcast for a piss. I've got to sit here on my own because I can't be bothered to stop and start the edit. Although I might do if I can't think of anything remotely interesting to say. But I don't have COVID at the moment. It might show up. Let's see. I know we've been pretty cocky on this podcast. I'm not cocky. I think it's been more surprised that we haven't had it yet after all this time. But I'm sure it will find its way into my body. Well, Lizzie's actually been fine. I didn't tell anyone. I did say Lizzie had it. I didn't actually... Joe or Lovely. How is she? No. She's actually fine. She was only unwell. We knew she felt rough the morning she did it. She took the test. And then that afternoon she was struggling a bit. And then since then she's kind of been all right. I was just updating everyone. I didn't actually say how Lizzie was when I said she had
Oh,
COVID.
right. Yeah, no, that was good. Oh, that worked out well then.
And I was just like, no, she was fine. She's okay.
Stop asking me.
And then the night before, actually, she felt a bit rough the night before. So we were like, all right, she did a test in the morning, but she woke up feeling better. Then did a test that was positive, and was like, oh, I'm positive. But then I sent you guys that picture of during the day of her like just KO'd on the kitchen,
Yeah, you did.
face in her hands on the kitchen table, like the screen in front of her working. Like,
Bless her.
so yeah, she struggled a bit. And Indiana was coughing so much last night, but was fine today. So I guess we'll see.
It's mad, isn't it?
Anyway.
We've really lost. We've really lost sort of like control of what to look for in the sense of like.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one really cares now. I mean, even when Lizzie got it, it was like, oh, okay. I wasn't like, 2 years ago, we might have been like, oh my God. But, how
Now
are we going
it's-
to live? Now it's just like, oh, okay, you've got it, or I want to get it.
Now
For
it's
fuck's
just
sake,
kind of
let's
like,
just
now it's just sort of the flu.
everyone getting it all at once. But yeah, we do have a slight update on a previous story. I mean, it's a sad one, but I just wanted to, because we made such a big deal out of it a couple of episodes, about the Razzies giving Bruce Willis his own
Yeah.
thing
I saw
about him,
about this.
obviously,
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
bad
yeah, yeah.
movies. So the Razzies have decided to rescind Bruce Willis's Worst Performance Award in light of the actor's recent health diagnosis. They said, if someone's medical condition is a factor in their decision-making and/or their performance, we acknowledge that, and it's not appropriate to give them a Razzie. So they've kind of, 'cause obviously he has that disease, I can't remember the name of it, but it's when it makes communication difficult, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, that's why he's been doing all these shit movies. He's like he's getting fucking money in the bank, as much as he can before he has to stop. So they're really sad. It is very sad, but I thought it was worth, because he made such a big deal talking about that before. I think it was worth mentioning that the Razzies have recalled said award category.
Yep.
And I bet Bruce Willis was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Take that, you bastard.
It's what they didn't want was they didn't want a slap from Demi Moore in a
Oh yeah,
for making fun of.
She'll still, man, she'll still come to his aid for
Yeah,
sure.
fuck yeah.
100%.
It's fucking Bruno, mate. Fucking Bruno.
It is Bruno. Fucking Bruno. Didn't you buy that CD for some?
I bought it.
Jane
I bought
Tony
it for
once?
when
Didn't
you worked. Yeah, because when we sat down with them, when they
I
were
worked in
guests
the
on our
shed,
podcast, when it was International Podcast Day, we spoke about
Yes.
Bruce Willis's musical side projects in life, and I ended up finding the CD and I sent it to him for Christmas.
Bruno. I remember Tony putting it on his computer, like loading it up on there.
It's not terrible.
Interesting.
Like,
No. I mean, you ever see what was the Kevin Smith film?
Cops.
The
Hot
one
Cops.
that people hated. The one that he did with not with
Can't
Bruce Willis. The one
you
he
can't
did
say the one
with
people hated and just Kevin Smith, because that could be any film.
I mean, I always loved Jersey Girl.
Oh,
Jersey
yeah, no,
Girl.
Didn't see it.
Do you ever seen Jersey Girl?
No.
So there's a scene in that. The whole thing is that at the end, it starts like in the 90s, and it's like, oh, have you heard Will Smith's going to do a film? Independence Day, he's doing a film, and they're like, oh, the Fresh Prince is never going to have a career in the movie. It's like, jumps forward 15 years. But in the original script,
And they were right.
was
He hasn't got one anymore.
Bruce Willis. But in the original script, it was Bruce Willis releasing the Bruno albums, and it was meant to be like Bruce Willis isn't going to become a musical performer, and then like cuts to like him having loads of albums. But Bruce Willis didn't do it, so Will Smith came in and did it instead. He's only in like one scene at the end, but it's just a running joke that he then went on to become like the biggest star at the time of that film.
Oh yeah, he did.
Very
He did
interesting.
pretty all right.
Yeah, and then obviously Bruce Willis did do the film Cop Out with Kevin Smith. So they did
And
eventually do a film
Tracy
together.
Morgan.
Tracy Morgan, yeah.
And of course, Kevin Smith had the appearance in Die Hard 4.
He did, yes. That's where they met, and then he got him in Cop Out, yeah.
What's
And also a little fact here on Cop Out. That film was originally called Just Two Dicks.
That's good.
I heard Kevin Smith say in his podcast, but Kevin Smith talked about the whole Bruce Willis thing and him being the diagnosis recently on his podcast, and he said, when we made Cop Out, it was originally called Just Two Dicks, or a pair of dicks. So just two dicks, because there were two dick cops.
Yeah.
And they rang up NBC network and was like, yeah, when the whatever was running, some sort of event was running, can we pre-Watershed drop a trailer in for our film Just Two Dicks? And they were like, we will never advertise a film called Just Two Dicks. So they had to go back and change the title. But Kevin Smith was like,
alright.
that was then. Now they would be like, fuck yeah, you can show a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you can show 2 dicks.
Are there dicks in it? They're not? Then no, you can't, because there's we need dicks.
Anyway,
we need dicks in our advertisements.
I've been sidetracked by pointless trivia. I do have actually a little story I did want to cover, just because it's been sat here for so long.
Yeah.
I thought it was worth doing while we. And it was an interesting story. Probably now, this was like February, so actually it's a bit old now, but I've still had it sat on my fucking to talk about list. I found it a bit bizarre. So here we go. Robin Flossom, 43, is alleged to have faked at least one pregnancy in order to get paid leave from her 74k job. Which sounds, okay, people might do stuff like that. It doesn't sound too... But when you read a bit more about it, it's a bit nuts.
Yeah.
A woman from the US allegedly faked being pregnant to get time off work, but was caught by her employer when her baby bump fell off. How fucking embarrassing.
Is this, sorry, this is an Arrested Development fucking episode.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Robin Folsom, 43, told her bosses that she was expecting and arranged to take maternity leave from her £74,000 a year job at a marketing agency. The bosses agreed, but one of her co-workers noticed something suspicious and blew the whistle, and now she's due in court.
Was she kicked in the stomach?
They had noticed Folsom's baby lump come away from her body, and after an investigation, it was discovered that she'd been wearing a fake stomach to look pregnant. According to the statement from the Office of Georgia State Inspector General Scott McPhee, an investigation revealed that in March 2001, a co-worker observed the lower portion of Folsom's stomach come away from her body, leaving her to believe that she wore a fake pregnancy stomach. I mean, that would do it. If you saw it come away, that's probably where you're going to go.
Just like, oh, hang on,
magician.
that's not real.
It's not like she's doing a really extreme version of the thumb trick, when you the thumb look like it's coming away. But like, hey kid, watch this, just rips off the pregnancy belly and moves it around.
That's it.
We ultimately, so McPhee said, who existed? What's this story doing? Here we go. Folsom had even invented a fake dad for her baby, a man named Brian. Jesus, why did she go for this name? Brian, I don't know if I can say this. Otmembebwe. Otmembebwe. Brian Otmembebwe. That's the name she made up for the father. I suppose no one's going to question it, really, are they? To say that
would have been better, I think.
Oh yeah, the father's name's Brian Otmembebwe. That's literally what it is. Otmembebwe. But McAfee said he's the inspector. We ultimately didn't find any evidence that he existed, and that's why she's been charged with identity fraud.
Fucking right.
Jesus Christ. It's such an extreme, lie.
Yeah.
That's such an extreme lie. After giving birth, Folsom sent baby photos, giving birth in brackets, after giving birth, Folsom sent baby photos to several co-workers, but they didn't appear to be of the same baby. The images depicted children with varying skin tones. Folsom had also told her employers that she had given birth once before in July 2020 before getting pregnant again in August 2021. But investigators could find no official records of her giving birth, and her medical insurance records didn't show any charges or exams or delivery. She resigned from her position as Director of External Affairs at the Georgia Vocational Rehabilitation Agency, that's a mouthful, last October. After being interviewed about fake pregnancies, release said Folsom has been charged with 3 counts of making false statements and 1 count of identity fraud. I mean, that's such an extreme...
That's a big lie.
It's a massive lie.
That's such a big lie.
To try and stick to but in like a working environment, it's a hard lie, especially if you're the guy. Oh, my wife's pregnant. It's a much easier lie to get away with for a long period of time. But if you're the woman in question at your work, you've got to really keep that up. You've got to maintain the entire aches and pains and moving and you've really got to be really show it. But that's that's a really extreme lengths to go to.
That's fucking dumb.
When they saw it come away, they obviously didn't deal with it there and then because
Nah.
apparently she gave birth and was sending photos of them.
Fucking hell, man.
But is it just to get, do you reckon it was just to get time off work? Is that what it was? I want a year off work, a paid leave off work. This is my only option. Or was it she is a serial lie about being pregnant? Is that something she always does?
That's a
Is
point.
it like,
That's a good point.
because it looks like she's lied before about it. So is it just it just sounds like a crazy fucking scheme, right?
What a fucking dickhead.
That's a crazy fucking
Why?
scheme.
What's the benefits?
Like-
Just because you get paid leave?
I mean, it's also it's such an EastEnders plotline that they kick out every few years. You know,
mate,
the
as I
old-
said,
the old
it's a
fake
it's a
pregnancy.
fucking it's an Arrested Development episode, man. It's just like
Yes, it is. Yeah.
fucking.
I mean,
Jesus.
it's interesting. I wish they kind of. I'd like to read an interview of her and hear what she says. You know, oh, I did actually have a baby. Well, I didn't because there was no evidence of a baby, and they couldn't find evidence of a baby. I hadn't been to hospital, and I made it all up. But you know, I have one. Maybe it was a ghost dad. You know,
Don't bring the ghost back into it. We've
Ghost baby.
we've covered the ghost husbands before.
she was in something. She popped up again recently. Amethyst, whatever. Amethyst. What was her surname? Amethyst something, wasn't it? She popped up
Don't
again. I think she broke up with the pirate ghost. We might have already covered that.
We
Maybe
did,
it was
yeah,
an
no.
old story, but it
She
popped up
she
recently.
used sage to keep him at bay.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, but there was another story. I have to look it up. I think that she's popped up again recently to do another a ghost lover, or what the case may be. But yeah, that was a really crazy story. Just kind of really caught me off guard. And I was just like, fucking, can you imagine seeing someone's fake baby fall out of work and you'd be like, oh, I guess I do something about this? I guess so. She's kind of taking the piss.
She was taking.
What do you
the piss.
keep looking at to your side?
I keep getting distracted by my screen. I need to take YouTube off.
Right,
It's
because
just-
I'm like, what does he keep looking at?
I've
what
just
does
got
he
it on a
keep
loop
looking
with
at?
with it muted. So I'm just like, ah.
Now, you might have seen this. I actually think I saw a few people post about this after I saw the story. And again, this was from February. But this was the that wokest pub in Britain.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see about this?
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you see this? So annoyingly, I had this sat for a little while to bring up, and then all of a sudden people started posting about it. So it's not as exciting as it used to be. But it's still a bit of a weird one. And because I was like, it just seems like a very hard thing to do. So they're trying to be woke. It's not like they're being called it to be nasty. They're trying to be woke. So they're refusing to sell drinks like Thatcher's, Coke, Heineken and Bacardi for ethical reasons. They say they can't, continue to serve Thatcher's because the company's historical links to slave trade. Meanwhile,
Right.
Coca-Cola, Heineken and Bacardi have all been accused of unethical practices in developing countries. The owner of the Polish lager Tyski has apparently been linked to an anti-LGBT. So all that's annoying. There, this has apparently been linked. I suppose these things need to be confirmed.
Oh no,
So-
mate, they're not going to do their research.
So all these things are happening, and the landlord told the Metro, we have taken what we consider to be an ethical stance. It's a part of who we all are. We have been labelled woke and all these weaponised words, which has made us feel pretty vulnerable. But it's fair to say that, especially in a place like Bristol, which is probably one of the wokest cities in the UK, I don't know, whether this turns out to be a wise business decision remains to be seen. But naturally, people are freaking out about it on social media, which is fine. People are going to pipe up, aren't they? But if you actually look at, so if you go to Google, fucking hell, and you look at the actual reviews. So my phone just had a bit of a spaz then. It's quite interesting, actually. Sorry, I'm trying to fill time while my phone catches up with me. I'm
That's
moving too
alright.
fast. So, some of the actual reviews of this pub. Won't serve Thatchers, go woke, go broke.
Okay. Because of all the Thatcher's
to-
drinkers in the fucking world.
It used to be a good boozer, but now it's full of woke weirdos more interested in virtual signalling than being in a pub.
I
Yuck,
hate it when
horrible,
people
smelly little
use-
pub.
I hate when people use all these fucking phrases.
I know, me too.
Echo
Yuck,
chamber
horrible,
and-
smelly...
Gaslighting. Fuck off.
Sorry, I thought I heard a door open. It scared me then. I looked behind me. Yuck, horrible, smelly little pub. It allows dogs, and that place really smells. And it's run by snowflakes. Poorly run pub has been falling apart. Been falling apart for a while now. Nowhere near what it was. Oh, and it's woke as hell. Real men beware. That's a bit of a shitty comment.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I read all this and I saw the comments, saw them moaning about it on Facebook, and but it is their pub. If they want to do that, they can do that. If they are doing it from an ethical standpoint, awesome. I'm just curious to know how they can maintain it, because what they do sell, they have to every quarter do ethical checks on who they're buying their stuff from to make sure nothing's come to light. Because that's the problem. I feel like with when you do announce that you're going, trying to they're not using the word woke, but I'm going to say woke, or ethical, to a really extreme point. Everyone's watching you to fail, right? So they're waiting for that. Aha! But you have you're selling this crazy beer that's manufactured, but we've just read that yesterday he was arrested for fucking doing
that's it.
coke off a black lady's back.
People will go out of their way to now find out that the booze you're selling has some corrupted background.
And beyond, and you going into the history, looking into their background on Twitter, all that bollocks.
But here's my thought, right?
It just seems like too much hard work, right? To maintain it.
But so
if
here's
you can do it, congratulations. Good luck to you.
Here's my thought process. It was just if I were to go into that pub without any kind of sort of previous knowledge about what it served and for what reasons, and I walk in there, and instead of if I go into a pub for the first time, I usually have a look in the fridges and what's on the taps, so I don't just walk in there and be like, "Fatchers, please."
just helping yourself. Open up the fridge, just having a look, mate, just checking your taps.
I mean, from the bar, I'll have a look what's in there.
I know.
I'm just like, I'll have your most slave-based beverage, please.
The slavier the better, please.
I want to just.
Do you have anything with an unethical background?
Could you just slather this pint in slavery, please? Could you just?
Yes, please.
But no, if
would you like some cold sore with your chips? How much slavery went into the cold sore?
Yeah.
Cold sore. Cold sore.
How many cold sores?
Cold sore.
How many cold sores are in my cold sore?
Mate? Yeah, go on. Just grabs your head, leans over the bar and rubs his lip against yours.
Oh.
What are you doing? Giving you my cold sore, mate?
No, that's just not what I wanted, mate.
Oh, sorry, that was disgusting.
So here's my thought. So if I walk into that pub as a completely brand new patron, and I'm just I'll look at their beers and I order something, and they're just am I going to be able to sit down without them saying oh, do you know why we don't have your common brands? And I'm just don't care. You've got a drink that I drink, therefore I am going to drink it.
Exactly.
I don't need to know the background.
I mean, you walk into a pub.
If I walk in and they start telling me,
you don't always know what they're. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they do. You don't know.
Give a shit.
But I don't know if they are doing that. But if I went when you go into a pub, you don't already know what the landlord's standpoint is on certain matters already. When you walk, unless they literally have racism stuff all over the walls. Oh, yeah, this is a good pub, yes.
If I walk into a pub and it's got the full-blown skeleton of Hitler behind the fucking... I'm not staying there. I will question...
Who's that skeleton of?
I will question as that... Is that Charlie Chaplin you got there? Is that...
Oh, yeah, who's that up there you got there?
I will question as to how they were to acquire such a corpse, but I'm not staying there.
3D printed it, mate. 3D printed
Sorry, mate, just before I go, how did you get hold of that? Because that
seems like a lot of work.
Although I don't agree with it, that is quite impressive.
I mean, when I was doing social media, and I think I've said this before, and I was looking after a pub that dealt with meats, like barbecue meats and stuff, and smoked.
Procured meats.
I had to constantly all the time check their social media. It was like a full-time job for just angry people commenting about them having meat. Because people always attacking it to be you've killed these animals and stuff. They're upset vegans. I get it. But they weren't. But they're writing these comments. But they think when they write these comments, it's it's getting to the owners who are oh my god. But really, it's going to the social media guy who's delete, mute, mute.
Bye.
But that was me constantly mute, delete.
Do you reckon? Because I know which place you're talking about. But do you reckon they've ever had an in pub protest happen?
I don't think so. I think we would have heard about that. It does happen though. A few of them do get it, don't they? You see it on the news. Mainly in America, that happens a lot, doesn't it?
It's just all this shit is bordering on
running
fascism.
A whole pub
it's
like
just
that.
bollocks.
We're running a whole pub like that where you're trying to wear your ethical your ethicalness, I guess, or your on your sleeve, people are gonna fucking tug your shirt, man. Like, you know,
I get it.
See if you've
Don't
got,
get me wrong,
see if
I
you've got a
get it.
slave tattoo underneath it.
It's your way of sort of saying, you know, we are an accepting space where you should feel, you know, welcome for coming in. Every place should feel like that, but like,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, man. It's just
It's interesting. I'd be quite. I reckon if I was ever in Bristol, I'd probably have to, out of curiosity, stop by and have a beer.
Do you want to go to Bristol sometime this year?
Not just for that, but at some point I'd like to go to Bristol. I've never been to Bristol.
No, I
My
mean,
brother
I
went
hear
recently, said it was lovely.
the there's quite an interesting culture in Bristol. Like there's a big skateboarding culture. There's a big sort of
There's a lot going
hip
on
hop
in Bristol.
culture.
I'd like to go.
I'd like to go. We should do that.
I would like to go to Bristol. That would be cool.
We can do that sometime.
Yeah, let's get that done.
Yeah.
I do have something I've got to mention at the beginning.
All right.
I do have a quick bed update
Oh yeah.
that I've got to mention.
Should we end?
So this saga's
Should we
been
end
going-
on a bed
this-
update?
I think so. This saga's been going on for a while. So I can't remember. I think last time we updated you guys, we had gone to Benson Beds in person. That's when I told you when Lizzie ended up like out back trying to buy pillows because they couldn't give us the refund.
You
for
sent the picture.
£22
It was-
price
the
difference.
picture was so funny.
So we ordered in Jana's mattress, and I said on the last time we recorded that we hadn't heard anything since, which was a bit worrying. Shortly after we recorded that episode, I had a message saying that it was coming on... What day was it? I've still got the messages. I had a text message saying... I had multiple text messages saying that it was going to be coming on the... I've lost track again of when it was. It was like at the end of March. It was coming, and I was like, "Oh, okay, right, it's fine." So that day, it was a Thursday, I think. I was like, "Right, well, I'm home, so I'm ready for this. They're going to bring in Jenna's mattress at last." So I'm waiting, and then I get a text message. And Benson's have messaged me twice to confirm it's definitely coming this day. Indiana's mattress is coming. Anyway, then I get a text message. Oh, actually, Wednesday morning. Go tomorrow, Wednesday morning. I then get a text message at 10 in the morning from Benson's. And I'm like, this is them saying it's, you know, they're going to be here shortly. And the message read,
we have your bed. Fuck you.
This message read, we are pleased to advise that we have now rebooked your delivery for the 28th of April. This is the first available date we can deliver due to limited stock and van capability. We would like to thank you for your patience and apologise once more for the issues surrounding your delivery. Thank you, the Benson's team. And I'm like, well, it's coming today. Like, they're telling me they've rebooked it because 28th of April is the earliest, and they're pleased about it. They're pleased to tell me they've rebooked it on the day it's meant to be delivered. So I messaged Lizzie saying, "Oh, I don't think they're coming. Like, they've sent this, and they're pleased to announce they've rescheduled it." And Lizzie's like, I'm over it. I'm not even going to call them. Fuck it. We'll wait till that day for it to arrive.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, carry on with my day. You know, about 4 o'clock, Lizzie rings me, and she's like, "Oh, Benson's are outside." I'm like, what?
Off,
she's like, they just called me. They're outside. They have Indiana's mattress, but they said they're not sure if they can take the old one away yet because they haven't got a bag to put it in. And I'm like, well, we don't want to get stuck. We're still stuck with the fucking drawers that they left that they won't take back, that they delivered by mistake. I don't want to be... You know, if they drop this mattress off, they will not come back for that other one. We'll be stuck with this dirty mattress that Indiana's still sleeping on. So I was like, anyway... Fuck it, they're coming, they're outside, so I go up to the bedroom, look out, there they are, right outside the house, big van, they're opening the back door, unloading. I'm like, right, okay, they're getting the mattress out, I'm going to go wait downstairs for them to knock on the door. Get downstairs, I wait a few minutes, and I'm like, God, they're taking a while. I open the front door, walk out, gone. Like, not there at all. Like, just gone. And I'm like, oh. So I ring Lizzie, and I'm like, they pulled up outside, and... They didn't knock. They've just gone. She's like, what? They didn't even knock. Because I know they've gone. I saw them unloading out the window. Came down to open the door, but they're gone.
It's so.
And she's like,
fucking
so she tried calling
ridiculous.
the driver back, who phoned her. She tried calling him back a couple of times, but no answer. And we haven't heard anything since. So no idea now what's happening.
Mate, it makes me. I genuinely want to scream. Like,
it's insane, isn't it?
Just like, get your
insane,
shit together, man. Like, you are
I don't know
a nationwide
if you guys
fucking
have heard
company.
I know. If you guys have heard our good friends Ant and Tom over at Anywhere But Here podcast, on their episode, it was actually a really good episode. I want to see what number it was to get it right, because I think it deserves to be in all its glory.
It deserves to be acknowledged.
Anywhere But Here. I believe it was... Oh, they're putting the episode out today. The slap heard around the world. God, I hate that headline.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
fucking
to
right.
that.
Oh, mate, I fucking hate the
episode
Smiths
four-
now. I just fucking hate that
episodes-
whole fucking family. Wipe them out. Don't
God, it's
care.
confusing. Because of all their extra content, it's actually 413, but episode 317, a very niche audience. I believe that's the one where Tom tells it might be that one or one before, but Tom tells a story about how he was trying to get like a left-handed 12-string guitar for his missus, and it's almost a similar long ongoing story, similar to my sofa one. So when I heard him talk about that, I messaged him going, your guitar story reminded me of the sofa story, and he literally was like, your sofa story, your bed story, Benson Beds, makes me anxious. Like,
It makes me
hearing
fucking
it's
angry,
so
mate.
stressful. Like, it is so stressful.
Jesus Christ. You got me making a noose
it's a
out of
bit
my
nuts.
fucking audio cable here.
But yeah, so still no bed, no mattress, no update. So I assume maybe they're going to do it on the 28th, like they said in the we're happy to let you know we've rescheduled it on the day it's coming. Then they still show up. But
That is
cool
my
is it?
birthday.
They don't knock on the
That's
door and
my
drive
actual
off.
birthday. I will spend my birthday hunting down Benson's for Bed delivery drivers. Like, where the fuck are you?
We'll have like a mattress / Joe birthday joint party here.
It'll be me just setting fire to Benson for Bed's fucking fucking vans.
To be fair, I have misspoke. I have mispronounced things a lot this
I
episode.
said Benson's for
apologise,
veg.
For vag, Benson Vages.
Benson vages. Benson for
Benson
vaginas.
Vages.
Cigarettes.
I don't even know what Benson Bed's actual. Have they got a tagline? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
What is their tagline?
Yeah, their
I
tagline
saw,
is "We will leave you dissatisfied."
Pizza shops, I find big pizza chains always have really bad ones. So Pizza Huts used to be good pizza, good times. Do you know that? That's bad. And Papa John's, I really almost similar. Is
Papa
like,
John's, we're racist
what is
as
it?
fuck.
Better ingredients, better pizza. Like, it's so
Greg,
bad.
well, that leads me to ask you the question, Greg. If you had a pizza company, what would be your tagline?
What would be my tagline? Was that the question you were going to ask me?
No, it wasn't. That was something different. But this is
Right.
This is good.
Okay.
If you had a pizza company, what would be your motto or tagline?
It depends if the name plays into the. It depends what I've got it named as, which is a tough one. It may be because the tagline could play into the awesome name I've probably
Very
got for my
true.
pizza
Very
place.
true. I mean, I'm
but
very much a simple man, so any kind of company that I come up with is just going to be called Joe's and then the company.
Yeah, but that works though. I think Joe's Pizza works.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I feel like
Joe,
Joe's
that, it
Pizza
works.
could get away with like health and safety protocols not being up to standards, and people would still come.
For a second, I was like, Benson's tagline. Here we are, Benson for Beds. Extra savings ends Tuesday. Nope, that's not it. What would be my tagline? That is interesting. Probably not anything that sounds similar to better pizza, better times, better
I
ingredients.
don't need that. I want something a bit better than that. I want something.
I'd
I want
probably
something
go
fun.
for,
I just like fun frolics and men's bollocks. Joe's Pizza.
I'd want to go quite funny with it, I guess. Like, probably be like something like, but like,
To be Star Wars themed. It could be a Star Wars themed pizza.
no, I wasn't gonna Star Wars theme it. I'm not that crazy.
You fucking liar.
I can separate that, you know, stuff from life. With Star Wars
Stuff from
Life
life.
Day.
I can separate stuff from life.
I can separate stuff from life. Maybe that'd be my tagline. Pizza. Separating stuff from life. Life stuffed pizza crust.
Life
I don't know.
finds a way. It's a tough. Mate,
I'd probably go funny. Maybe something like, you know, it'd have to be shortened, but off the top of my head, something like, you know, the first bite's gonna make you, something cheesy at first. The first bite's going to make you close your eyes and go, unless you've not waited for it to cool down, in which case you're going to go, fuck! Something like that. Something a bit tongue in cheek.
Yours is just like a paragraph.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. That's good. I like that.
Guaranteed to make you go, fuck, then it cools down, and then you're like, fuck, that's good.
I just.
Or maybe the tagline would just be, fuck, that's good.
Fuck. I just
good.
like the idea of owning a place called Joe's Pizza and picking up the phone and saying Joe's Pizza. That's to me.
Joe's Pizza.
And then just like
Joe's
I want to
Pizza.
take I feel like I'd have like some like a Ninja Turtles based pizza on there, something. Is that maybe like a
Oh yeah, okay.
maybe
Ninja
make that
Turtle-based
references.
pizza.
I'll have like a Donatello, a Raph,
Shredder.
shredder. A shredder will be shredded chicken with barbecue sauce. Is what I think there. And
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, awesome.
shredder.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then the
Yeah, man,
krang.
you could do all of
The
it.
krang is just a brain on
the
some
krang
dough.
is just pure meat. You could also go like Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Maybe you could recreate the works of art. I feel Donatello's or Leonardo's would be the veggie option. One of those would be the veggie.
Oh no, yeah, probably Leonardo because he's a fucking melt.
Yeah, he'd probably be veggie.
Raphael
and then,
is like something a bit spicy because he's a bit of a spicy one.
Yeah.
Michelangelo
Yeah,
is like
sure.
4 cheeses.
Yes, I'd say he's definitely 4 cheese. That's a good shout actually.
And then
the splinter would be awesome. They do half and half pizzas.
shards of wood.
No, it's splinter. Instead of half and half, it would be like, say it's just a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
But in the middle, you'd literally like one big slice through the middle would be like full on meat or something. So it looks like there's literally a splinter of a different
that's
pizza
good.
going through the middle of it.
That's good. I like that. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
You could go go for the splinter pizza.
Oh, very good, Greg. That's
Fucking
good.
the Bebop and Rocksteady.
I'm not saying it's a Ninja Turtle themed like pizza place, but
No,
like,
no. But
There's gonna be some
you open the
references.
door, we're gonna run with it.
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Jesus, I love the turtles.
You could just go for a pure like 90s cartoon, like just what you loved growing up. So you could just mix it up all the fucking time. You could do a different special every month based on an old 90s cartoon.
My pizza place would be fucking sick, let me tell you. It would be like plastic
it would be sick.
tables and seats, like fucking old school McDonald's style.
And even though you legally can't smoke in there, we're still gonna put the foil ashtrays out for the sake
oh
of it.
mate, absolute. No, not even foil. We're going good. We're going glass. You can smash that on someone's head if
Oh,
they
that's
fucking
dangerous.
look at you
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
mate. It's going to be open until 4 a.m. It's going to
Fuck
be good.
yeah. We'll do the podcast from there because you'll be busy, so you won't have
Oh,
time
my
to sit
days,
down. We'll
all the
record
time.
the podcast in there.
Anyone that's coming in past like midnight
Yeah.
basically ends up on
I'll
the
just
podcast.
come hang out. Just come hang out.
I'll do a
Greg's here, we'll
Twitch.
sing, guys.
I'll have a Twitch stream in the corner going off. That's just going to be there. Just you can just watch it if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything interesting happens, but it also doubles up as a good security
Oh
system.
my god.
So when we come in and get robbed, I can just turn to it. Yo, clip this. Watch, somebody clip this and send it to me. I need to. I need
Somebody
this.
clip this.
I'm getting fucking burgled at the moment. Yeah, that'd be good fun. Anyway, that
would
came
be
out of
good
nowhere,
fun.
but here we are.
That did come out of nowhere. I liked it. That was good. That was good. That was a good little end to the
That was
podcast
even
there.
better than the original question I had you, which is from Reddit, and it was good though. I'll mention it. It was
What was it? What was the question?
Someone asked if you in like America they're called like convenience stores. Their corner shops are like convenience stores.
Yes.
Someone said if
Yeah.
if you owned an inconvenience store, what would you sell? I thought it was really good. I thought it was really funny. I said it's cash only.
Ill-fitting, only pairs of left feet shoes.
Someone did say packs of socks that come in 3 but not pairs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Socks,
I
socks,
ended up writing on there.
only left shoes.
Yeah, I wrote it's a cash only shop and we don't give change.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. The door to get in is really small.
Yeah.
like you literally have to like bend down on your knees to get in.
It's like the corridor.
And it has a
in
little
the-
pressure
in the
pad.
Charlie and the
But
Chocolate
it's
Factory.
really small. Yeah, it goes through for a while.
There are some good questions on there. Some good answers on there. Someone said I would sell already scratched lottery tickets with high value that have expired.
Oh yeah,
It's just
that's good. That's good.
fucking idiot.
That's good.
Oh,
I would sell pre-made cereal and just like already have the milk poured in a whole box
No,
of
mate,
it, so it's just
that was
leaking all
another
over
one.
the shelf.
Someone said it
Was that on
would
there?
be a drive-through, but I would only sell goods that were like easily spilled.
Yeah.
And they'd just be like bowls of cereal.
come with lids.
You're like Dennis in
Nothing with
Always
lids.
Sunny in Philadelphia when he's driving with a bowl
good.
of cereal.
Oh yeah. That's good. That's really good.
That's good.
Yes. Oh, good question. I enjoyed that. Quickly
Nice
got that
little-
in for the end.
Nice little ender.
Right. Yeah, right, everyone. Yeah, thanks for listening. Again, that was quite a sporadic podcast. Sometimes I feel we just throw articles in there so we're not just
Talking
crap.
shit.
But sometimes it just makes sense to just talk
But
shit.
sometimes, if you give us a subject, we will turn it into shit.
Exactly, that is true. Like everything, we turn it to shit. But like food, I mean, not like in a weird emo way.
No. Don't be daft.
Right, everyone. Yes, thanks for listening. Hopefully there'll be a bed update soon. That's not just moaning. There'll be an actual saga completed. But we'll find out about that. It could be a while.
I can't wait for
yeah,
Peter
thanks for
Jackson
listening.
to hear your Benson's for Beds.
Yeah.
fucking saga.
The
It's going to be a
documentary.
great trilogy.
Everyone, thanks for listening. And,
Always. Thank you for sending
we'll be
us
back next time, I guess, in a couple of weeks.
And thank you for sending us in your geese drops. Please do, as always, send any articles or any geese drops or anything to us. We're via the Facebook page or whatever. And yeah, cheers.
Just drop us a message. Yeah, thank you. I've been Greg, Situational Shots Armstrong.
Oh, you fucking bottle. I've been Joe's Pizza Jackson.
You tell him, Joe.
Situational shots, man. That is. Oh, I don't even know. I want to draw it so bad, but I don't know how to. So I'm probably just going to go with us being fake pregnant.
Bye.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.